the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheese heads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Green Bay Packers. On the visiting sideline, a look at the head coach of the Jaguars. His side hoping that one blowout last week will lead to another one here. Leading the opposing sideline, that's Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. His guys are ready as they always are to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you up in the booth. Kicker Cam Little down on the field, looks ready to get things started. And we're off on a cold afternoon from Lambeau. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Shotgun now for Love. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up third down. Well, the whole league, Brock, maybe the whole world at this point has been following this squad's pursuit of perfection. And what makes it so much more impressive, they've been able to remain unbeaten despite all the injuries they've had to deal with.
And every time someone's gone down, we've thought, maybe the 72 Dolphins have been rooting that this is the injury that'll lead to that first loss. But at every turn, this team has responded and kept this well-oiled machine going. This is a team who's proven they're worthy of this pursuit of perfection.
Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out, a former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his sack line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
First down, Jaguars.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
He's got it on the bootleg. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Lawrence now off the play action. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. He's got his man. This is Walker. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Another Jaguars first down. A gain of 9 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
He works it down to the 37. Brought down by Quay Walker.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Lawrence to throw.
37-yard run. The 2nd down pass. Edgerrin Cooper on the stop. An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Hits his running back. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Jaden Reed to return this. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. Love with it on first down. He shovels this one forward. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. The stop made at the 36.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4.
36-yard line.
Love out of the shotgun. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Give him 25 on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Packers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Packers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Going run again with Jacobs. And no question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'd really break the backs of the defense.
And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
1st and goal. They'll try an option to the left. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Love from the gun. Brought in. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Play action. Love. Brought in by Ganson. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Intended for a run-day.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Jaguars have a first down. He's set to go now from the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. That's pulled in by the rookie out of Oklahoma. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. No up the middle, none outside either, Brock. So give him just 2 yards on that carry. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Running with Walker again. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Staying with Walker. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have it. It's hard on 3rd down to execute. With the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
Little knocks it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. We've got a 6-3 ball game. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. Man in motion here. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing, it's Love. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Jaguars start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And with the end of the season in sight, he's looking for a strong finish to capture that NFL rushing crowd. Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And on 1st down, no place to go here. They're going to take him out about a yard behind the line.
Number 21. He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Lawrence throwing here. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Throw left side, complete. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line.
3rd and 10.
Throw here, 3rd down. Ricky Myers, and he's got it. And they're going to be set up with a 1st down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
14 yards. That's good for a Jaguars 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. A pickup of 17, and that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. And we put everything he's got behind it. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Lawrence now off the play action. That one's complete, right side. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Escapes the pocket. He has the 1st over the middle. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Facing 4th down, Jags electing to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. This is going to be a tough one, 55 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range. He's delivering.
Making some progress here. And a great run back has the offense just a touch shy midfield to start this drive. Coach Matt LaFleur ushering his Packers offense back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. And off to Jacobs to start the drive. Now this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Now setting up a screen for Jacobs. Jerks away from one. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. New set of downs from the 37. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a 1st down run. He picked up 7. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Jaguars 30-yard line.
Love looking to pass. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
And the Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he's able to get this down to the 13.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 13.
To the air with Love. We've got a screen to the running back. Shoves one away. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
That's another Packers.
One of the tight ends motions right.
first and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The Packers sending out their special teamers. Field goal coming. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Jaguars are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And he's found many a gift in the end zone this season. As we work through December, he is currently tops in the league in rushing scores. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence gets his running back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Hits him on the out route. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Again, it's Lawrence to throw. It's dropped underneath. Walker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More football from the frozen tundra of Lambeau coming up. Sticking to the air with Lawrence. Here's a screen now for Walker. And they won't manage a ton. This gets to about the 26. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. Hauled in by Myers. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
We're down at 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Back to the air. Lawrence. That's caught for the first. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. The Packers take their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Offense is set. 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. Catch made. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They give up the gut to Walker. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their third and final one. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. There he is on 3rd and short. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down. But instead, it's incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You've got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Returning it from the 4. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. Love now on 1st and 10. On it to the yearly, picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
He was covered by Travis Hunter.
Back to the air. Love. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Packers trying to hurry to the line.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Love on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Lawrence working from the gun. That's incomplete left side.
You never ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Coach Matt LaFleur ushering his Packers offense back to the field. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Love out of the shotgun. Brought in by his back. It's Jacobs. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Love from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
He's got this at the 27. All right, so they're only going to have enough time for one more snap here before we reach halftime.
At their own 34-yard line.
The final throw before the break. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. It is week 13. Things starting to get a little nervy in some circles. The home stretch starting to creep closer. Let's go to the highlights. Our look around the NFL starts now. We begin at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The Raiders at home for an AFC West tilt against Kansas City. And this is the Raider running back. 49 yards to the end zone. The Raiders win this one by 11. From there, it's off to SoFi Stadium. We'll look in on the Rams as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And it's the Seahawks quarterback, a 4-yard touchdown pass in the box score. The Seahawks took care of business. They win it by 5. Lastly, let's go out to Santa Clara. The 49ers hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And it's Travis Etienne. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Cardinals are in a good spot here, 2/3 of the way through the season. They stand 8-4 with this victory. With that, we take a look at the rest of what's going on here in week number 13. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. As this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Now it's Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches. To the ground with Walker. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Now, this is a list that hurts a lot more this time of year. They need every one of these guys out there as they fight for a spot in the postseason.
It is all hands on deck the rest of the way, and every guy who's been lost at some point this season, his presence is surely sorely missed out there. Every team's fighting for a playoff spot, Kate. In the same boat at this point, it's a war of attrition. And who's got the ones standing and fighting at the end? Often the ones who make a postseason run.
Walker on 1st down. Escapes a defender. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence hangs out to it. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
That's another Jaguars 1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Oh, going right back with another option, right side. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
17 yards. That's another Jaguars 1st down. 1st and goal, Jacksonville.
Working inside the red zone. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Jacksonville. They Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
So Lawrence lining the Jaguars up. They're going for 2.
The Jaguars will
All right, they're going to throw for it. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further.
Jaguars 20, Packers 6.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2, but that risk pays off.
He dodged the tackle. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Coach Matt LaFleur ushering his Packers offense back to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Running on first here with Jacobs. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
And 8.
Shotgun now for Love. To the left, that's pulled in by Golden. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him.
12 yards. That's good for a Packers first down.
Putting a receiver in motion.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Running right, here's Jacobs. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
It's his running back. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
And the Packers first down.
Jacobs running behind center. He's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Hand off to the back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Gain of 9 yards. That's another Packers first down.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Jukes away from one. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
Jacobs. It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Packers first down. First down and goal to go.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
To the air with Love. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Yeah. Unless you're already committed to going for it.
The Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
Hey, I get it. You know, there are times as a decision maker playing quarterback, you take a sack and you cut your losses. But when you get an opportunity in the red zone on 3rd down, you'd love to give your guy on the other end a chance. Because a touchdown, well, we know in the course of outcomes of games, so much more influential than settling for a field goal.
For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that gets him back to within 11.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Fields this one at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jaguars are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the ball. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
He'll air it out on 3rd. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
10 yards. And the Jaguars, 1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Jaguars.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
It's Walker on the give. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. The lateral goes haywire. It's out. And the Packers secure it. And Green Bay takes this one back for the touchdown. The Packers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
So Love brings his Packers to the line. They're going for 2.
The Packers will set up for
Tight end going in motion here. Love's going to throw for 2. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead. Only a field goal now.
Jaguars 20. Packers 17.
Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there. Get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play.
That's good.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And this is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Jaguars 1st down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Jaguar 1st down.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Jaguars football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on to it for one final quarter. They've got first down here from the 36. On the carry, it's Walker. The stop was made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's another Jaguars first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
Going to the ground again on first. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Lawrence looking to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down.
He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
Third and long for him here. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, you got a first down here. So after the call, defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a fourth down, it's back to first. Running it after the penalty. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
Back now, pressure coming. 4 steps. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Jaguars making a 9-point advantage. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with the brains and the processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. And he just put on a show.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game.
Packers 17.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Coach Matt LaFleur ushering his Packers offense back to the field. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. And no surprise here. They declined the flag because the play got a first down, so they're going to happily let it stand.
That penalty is declined.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Love now off the play action. On him quick, and they bring him down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Second and 16 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Here he goes, third and long. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. Well, we came into this one knowing that these guys were going to run the football, and I don't think anyone is surprised that they've leaned on that again this week, Brock, and the results speak for themselves.
Good numbers when they've run it, including on that last drive, and this is a lead built in part on that rugged running game and effort.
Drive begins with a walker run. He surges ahead for 5. Make it second down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down. Rookie Myers, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. And a Jaguar 1st down.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
Throw here, 3rd down. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense. Able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And it can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Out now runs the Packer offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
He goes back to him yet again, complete. Breaks through and breaks away. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield strike, Brock, as he's sent out. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
That's another Packers 1st down.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He is down to the 30-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Love out of the shotgun. Across the 20, continuing to work. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be second down.
Incomplete. Leads to second.
Love looking to pass. And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. Christian Watson with the touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers cut it to a field goal game. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Jaguars stop headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. First down throw, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
On play action now, Lawrence finds him over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The Packers take their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. First down now, ball at the 33.
First down, Jaguars.
Now an inside give to Walker. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, second. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Staying with Walker. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Jaguars holding on to a field goal lead. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. The give now to Walker. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Jaguars. First down.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Design run for Lawrence. Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. He's keeping it, gonna get it forward. The Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we say so long from Green Bay.